couple of weeks back, I found my way to one of my favorite places in the state, the town of Indian River. My goal was to get a bass fishing story from Burt Lake. I would be following good friend Gerry Gostenik and some of his buddies from Chicago. Jerry and I hook up at least once a summer to explore a new northern lake, and from the photos I was looking at, it seemed these guys had found the fish.
Where are we at tonight, and what you been doing the last few days?
Well, we're up at the Burt Mullet chain, and we've had some unusually warm weather for this time of the year, and we've got water temperatures that are pushing 60 degrees or better here, and the fish have moved up to spawn about 2 weeks earlier than they normally do. We had a massive move up of fish to the spawning beds here this week, and we're timing it perfect. I mean, the fishing's been great. We've had beautiful weather, and honestly, you couldn't ask for a better trip.
Well, how's the fishing been the last few days?
Fishing's been great.
Yeah?
Yeah, we've come up on this great warm front that's just came out of the blue. We're ready for cold weather, and it's changed up. We've had to change the fishing a little bit because the bass have moved up on the beds, but we've been finding them fairly well. We've got a good guide in Jerry, and he's been putting us on fish, so it's been a very good experience so far. We usually like to go for the for size as opposed to numbers, so
Okay.
we've come up here for the spawn.
So the fishing's been pretty good here in Michigan for you.
Fishing's been excellent in Michigan, yeah. We've come here every year now. It doesn't seem like anytime soon we're going to be going anywhere else. So
Probably good 2.5 pounder. Little guy for this lake.
Really?
Yep, I mean, it's a real small one. Typical male. Fell victim to the pink fluke. We'll take him.
Yeah, heck yeah.
We got a little bit of chop this morning, and we got a little bit of cloud cover, so it doesn't make looking at him easy right now. So we're just going to kind of fan cast in the likely areas, and then as the sun angle gets better, we'll be able to see him. I mean, even if it's a little bit choppy, we should still be able to do all right. So we're just looking for some of the gravel and stuff like that, likely spawning areas, and fan casting. And then if we see one, we'll turn around and work him to see if we can get him to bite.
We were the only boat on the lake this midweek morning. Man, that is really saying something. Burt Lake is a big lake. Our goal was to target the shallow water and try to find some spawning fish. However, this early light made it very hard to see, so just casting and covering the water was the ticket early in the day. We caught several fish doing that, but as the sun rose in the sky and the angle on the water got just a little bit better, we could start spotting the fish that we wanted to cast to. And once we did that, the game was on. This clear water was holding lots of good smallies.
Right there, leave it right there. Shake it, get ready.
there it is. Yeah.
Ease up on him. Come here, buddy.
Jeez, Pete's.
There we go. That's been an average Burt Lake smallmouth right there, and that fish is probably 3 3/4.
Really?
Nice one.
So explain what we were doing there, Jerry.
Well, we saw that fish on his bed, which is right here, and you'll see different fish on the beds. I mean, if they're paired up and they're actually spawning, I'll leave them alone. You know what I mean? That's when they're actually doing it. But this guy's just guarding the nest, super aggressive, and it took 4 or 5 casts to get him.
Well, that's how it's supposed to work. See the fish, then lay a tube jig right in the face of that fish, and they just about can't help but bite.
Just trying to put that right in there, right in your bed, eh?
Right in there, and shake it past, and keep a tight line, and you can feel that little tap, and as soon as you feel that, you need to set the hook right away, because they a lot of times pick it up sideways.
Mike and Vince come to Michigan every year to fish with Gerry. Gerry does a lot of guiding in southeastern Michigan, but has more and more buddies and clients that want to come north and try their hand at some of the other bass fishing opportunities our state has to offer. To catch smallmouth on St. Clair or any typical southern Michigan location is still a lot of fun. But to do it up north on a lake where you barely see another boat, well, that's pretty unique. For both Vince and Mike, the search for big fish takes them to our state every year.
This trip is we're going for the big ones. We're not really going for the numbers this time. And yeah, 25 to 30 seems to be about the average right now.
Wow.
What do we got, 8 now?
We have 8 today. Yeah, 8 today. Nothing over 5 yet, but I'm sure they're coming off the beds as soon as we get around this.
You guys seen
Next
any other
point.
fishermen out here?
Maybe 1 or 2 bass boats all week.
Really?
It's been, it's not getting pressured, that's for sure. No pressure.
No pressure indeed. Now these fish are no longer spawning, but they are still in the lake. You will need to use a little different technique, but a lot of these fish can still be caught. Burt and Mullet Lake are connected by the Indian River and have a lot of good fishing opportunities all summer long.
Whoa.
There we go.
That's what's in here.
That's what you come up here for. That fish is probably good 4 3/4.
Jeez.
Big smallmouth bass.
Nice job, young fella.
Hey, thank you, thank you.
All right.
Thanks for our
Jeez.
Look at that. I can't even get my hands around them.
yeah, that's a nice fish there.
Little cow.
We were now able to see in the water very well. The wind was down, the sun was up, giving us the conditions we wanted. If you look closely, you can see the white jig coming in from the top as the fish swipes at it.
Look at that sucker.
Look at that fish. Whoa.
That's 5-pounder.
That's 5.
Beautiful. Nice.
Jeez, that worked out perfect. Nice
Yeah,
job.
Mike.
thank you. Yeah, good teamwork.
Is that how it's supposed to work there, Gerry?
Yeah, that was a pretty cooperative one. Look at the size of that thing. I can't even get my
That's 5 1/4.
big fish. He'll go right back there. Watch him go right back to it. Took less than 15 seconds and he was back on there. Nice.
Good deal.
Nice, yeah. Can't get much more fun. Happiness in Michigan.
It's very exciting though, you know. It's a short time of the year where you can actually see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's actually like bone fishing on the flats here.
As a youngster, I used to practice that pitching technique right into a coffee can right in the backyard. Just sit there. People thought I was crazy, but that's where it pays off right there.
Good deal.
Yeah,
Nice
thank you.
job.
Thank you.
What a day of fishing we had. It was a perfect day in northern Michigan. Special thanks to Gerry and the boys for letting me tag along and for showing us the big smallies of Burt Lake. This body of water and its connected waterways are very impressive and hold all the fishing opportunities you would ever want. So if a summer day of gin clear water sounds good to you, head north. There are plenty of fish waiting for you.